start as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Penny looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Jameis to throw it. It's caught. Humphries. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. To throw, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. The pitch goes to Penny. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Winston now from the 50. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
4 down. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Winston. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A handoff to Penny. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Bucs now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 gaps.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Nazir Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A very solid gain of 27.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And his first carry, he loses the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll get it up the middle. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. He sets to fire deep. It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Over the middle to Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Winston sliding out of the pocket. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Winston now. Buying time, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bucs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Throwing, Winston. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Penny. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Bucs on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Single. Green, triple C. Sonic.
Jameis to throw it. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, it's Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Let's convert. Sonic.
On third down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Baldwin with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. Powering his way forward. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Penny. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always talk, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Everyone got 4 down. Ready, blue lady. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Jameis now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, sub.
And they try the sweep to Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Nazir Jones in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, They don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw, Winston. Dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. This is Jones. Spinning past him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more on that one and another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Winston. Evans has it left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. To throw is Winston. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub.
From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. A good pickup there at 22. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
He's back to throw. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for. Partnered in less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up on Levante David.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Winston. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Bucs on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Winston to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, The loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.